rapper and actor Tupac Shakur is dead at the age of 25, just about a week after sustaining 4 bullet wounds last Saturday night in Las Vegas. Shakur spent the weekend in the hospital on a respirator in critical condition. The Reverend Jesse Jackson, members of the Nation of Islam, and fellow Death Row Records artist Hammer visited Shakur's bedside on Sunday when he had one of his lungs removed. Shakur's mother, Afeni, featured in his Dear Mama video, and other family members kept a vigil at his hospital room in the intensive care unit of University Medical Center in Las Vegas.
Shakur and a record company executive had just left the Mike Tyson title fight. They were on their way to a nightclub. Shakur was on the passenger side. He was shot 4 times.
Brother was a serious musician, you know what I mean, a real rap star. He was a real brother. He was true. You know what I mean? It's just a shame that, you know, things caught up with him the way it caught up with him.
News of rapper Tupac Shakur's death spread quickly among rap fans and artists at the Nassau Coliseum tonight. Thousands are here for the back-to-school jam. The mood, sadness, and shock.
Tupac made a difference in hip-hop, regardless how you go about it. He was strong. He had his positive moments. He had songs that touched people.
Shakur's death comes almost a week after he was shot 4 times in Las Vegas.
Another good brother had to go, but he will be missed. His music, his acting will be missed.
It was a big loss to the hip-hop community. No matter what the man did or said, nobody deserves to really go out like that.
Almost from the moment Tupac's death was announced, on an eerie Friday the 13th, many have questioned if it was in fact true. It didn't help that a couple of events occurred, fueling rumours even further. Suge Knight's son recently addressed the comments he made a couple of years ago, saying Tupac was alive. Tupac's death took the majority of us by surprise, even more so those who were close to the rapper. Many of his friends and family kept a vigil at the hospital for 6 days. Reports said he had an operation to fix his hand and remove one of his lungs. He came through the operation, and reports about his progress were actually positive. Plus, this was not the first time he had been shot. He survived the Quad Studio shootings a couple of years earlier. One of his friends said she and some others actually believed he was going to pull through. Even some of the news reports at the time alluded to him making it.
Tupac Shakur is in critical condition after 2 rounds of surgery in Las Vegas. He was shot several times over the weekend in a drive-by attack. Doctors say he will survive his 2nd shooting in 2 years. Drew Griffin of our Los Angeles station KCBS-TV has more.
Hospital officials are not releasing much on the rapper's condition, but they do say Tupac Shakur is expected to live.
So for many, it was a complete shock when his death was announced, and it took the wind out of many for sure. And ever since, there have been questions surrounding his death. Hence the birth of many conspiracy theories that are still going strong till this day. Even more intriguing is the mystery surrounding Tupac's final resting place. Unlike many other famous people who have died, fans aren't really sure what the arrangements were. It is believed he was cremated the following day. His ashes were scattered in his mother's garden in Stone Mountain, Georgia, and in an undisclosed location in Los Angeles. Some reports even said some of his ashes were taken to Africa. So do any of these conspiracy theories have validity? Let's take a look at some. First, there was Tupac's own words and actions leading up to his death and after. First, he seemed to predict his death from the get-go. Friends have spoken about him saying he would die young. It seemed he said that to everyone. Then there's the eerie video of I Ain't Mad at Ya, where he depicts getting shot and killed. The video was released just 3 days after his death. It doesn't really go with the song, but many wonder why Tupac chose that concept. Was he letting his fans know what was to come, or was it just a coincidence? Tupac was also known as Machiavelli. That was his outlaw name. His posthumous album was also the same name. The story of Machiavelli is an ominous one. The Italian philosopher believed in using deception to fool his enemies, even to the point of faking one's death. Machiavelli didn't actually fake his death himself, but people believe these philosophies influenced Tupac. So Tupac's posthumous album fueled the rumours that he faked his death to fool his enemies and escape the thug life. Some of these rumours have gotten out of control and taken a life of their own. In 2014, Suge Knight who was 49 at the time, blurted out that Tupac was alive when approached by TMZ. In the same breath, he accused Puffy of being responsible for Tupac's death, then contradicted himself and said Tupac was alive, and that's why no one had been charged. Everybody knows off the top, I ain't the one who killed Tupac. I'm the one who protected him. Puffy can get him a star on the Walk of Fame, and every rat in the world says he's the one who killed Tupac or had him shot. Tupac's not dead. He's on an island somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar.
Right. If you think about it, right?
Right.
Why you think nobody been arrested if they said they didn't want to kill Tupac?
Because they're snitching to the police, so they ain't gonna get arrested.
Not just to snitch and be smart, son. Because Tupac not
I ain't
dead.
as smart as you should be.
Tupac not dead. If he was dead, they'd be arresting those dudes for murder. You know he was somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar on the island somewhere. You know.
More than likely he was joking, at least about him being alive on an island. But as recently as 2018, Suge Knight Jr. shared a number of theories on his Instagram saying, Tupac is alive and he never really left us. Then he posted Photoshop images of Tupac posing with 50 Cent and Beyonce. He claimed Tupac was living in Malaysia and recording new music and had been silenced by outside influences. The use of Photoshop is out of control these days. It's hard for many to decipher what's real and what's not, especially if you're not an expert. This has led to a lot of deception and the misleading of many as a result. Then, there's a mysterious photo which appeared showing Tupac alive supposedly hours after the shooting, when he was reportedly in hospital fighting for his life. The man in the picture resembles Pac and is seen in an orange shirt similar to the one he wore on the morning of the shooting. A conspiracist, simply known as Danny, said his source, who he claimed is a friend of Pac's, confirmed the image was taken after the shooting. Danny said, "This is for sure September 7th, right? This is what everybody thinks, but this was wrong." Just hours before the shooting was the infamous fight with gang member Orlando Anderson, aka Baby Lane. Tupac is wearing a shiny orange shirt and is believed to have changed into the green basketball vest shortly after the fight. He goes on to say, after he got into a fight with Orlando Anderson, he went to his room and changed into the green tank top, the one we saw him wearing when he was sitting in the BMW with Suge, supposedly before he got shot and faked his death. This is when all the things begin to get fishy. This picture right here is actually the day following September 7th. This picture was taken without Pac's knowledge and without anybody else knowing. Danny claims his source said, "This is from September 8th, the morning after planning to get out of there." There is absolutely no evidence to back up his claim. The photo could be photoshopped, or just be of someone who looks like Pac. Even the shirt isn't the shiny satin Versace shirt Tupac was wearing. It doesn't look like the same shirt, in my opinion. It is people like Danny, Suge Knight, and Suge Jr. who have fueled the rumours over the years. And for many, it's just hard to accept. Suge Jr. got a lot of backlash for his posts, and many saw it as disrespectful. In a recent interview with Hip Hop Uncensored, he said he was in a different mindset when he made those Instagram posts. He was younger and basically foolish and thought he was making some joke on Instagram. But to his surprise, it blew up. He pointed out that many people have said Tupac is alive, but because he said it, it was taken seriously because of who he is. One of the craziest conspiracy theories that has circulated over the years is one about rapper Akil DMC and Charlie Tuna from the group Jurassic 5. Some insist that Akil and Charlie resemble Tupac and Yaki Gaddafi and are the rapper's new assumed identities. Akil even did an interview in March where he stressed that he was not Pac. He rightly pointed out that both he and Pac were actually around at the same time. Anyone who follows West Coast underground rap would know that, he said.
I'm from South Central LA, born and raised and stuff. I know gangbang when you see it and stuff, you know what I'm saying? People out there in the internet world, or that's too young to even know what the hell was going on and stuff. And most of the people that's perpetrating this little theory or these little conspiracies going, y'all young mother and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And if you're an old mother, you ain't from LA and you don't really know what the hell is going on and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You just on some bullshit, thinking, oh, this is what happened, and you know what I'm saying? You just caught up on that bullshit and stuff, you know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with no conspiracy theories and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You got caught up on some gangbang. Now, is Tupac still alive? I don't know. It could be. It's not far-fetched if Tupac is still alive for me. Why? Because he come from the Black Panther Party, who have a family members that are in Cuba right now and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's still alive. I got word that he's dead. Is he alive? Could he be alive? Man, who knows? Whatever and stuff, you know what I'm saying? If he is and stuff, let him live his life and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Let him go on and stuff, you know? I know I'm not Tupac.
There have even been videos where photo analyzers have made detailed comparisons of the facial features of both Park, Gaddafi, Akil and Charlie. Again, it's hard to know where these rumours originated from. People may have seen the resemblance and just ran with it. In an interview with Tupac's ex-wife, Keisha Morris, she said she knows he didn't fake his death because he would have told her, but most tellingly, she said, he wouldn't have taken a coward's way out. Do you think any of these theories have validity? And what do you think of Suge Jr.'s explanation about his comments? Do you think some of these statements made by people were just publicity stunts? Or were they trying to tell us something? Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe for weekly videos. Don't forget to share and click the bell for more.